What's up, everybody? It's Blaine Dennison here from Quick and Clean Lawn Care. I'm gonna drop another video for the YouTube. We did the positivity video just a second ago, and I'm gonna drop another video and another tip. I'm not sure if I'm gonna drop this on YouTube. We may go ahead and put this on the Echo Means Business website and give that to them, because I think this is an awesome tip that will help any new business owner. And it comes down to route density and how you get your route density. And I know a lot of you guys aren't from my area, so I'm gonna mention some towns and some cities and things like that. And I know you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I generally have a 50-mile service area. But out of that 50 miles, I only service two small parts of it. Maybe about not even half of that area. I go to 5 parts of town within that 50-mile service area. And there's probably well over 100 small towns within this 50 mile. I mean, you got the North Shore, there's tons of neighborhoods and communities over there. The West Bank, there's tons of communities and subdivisions over there. And there's also the city of New Orleans. I don't service the city of New Orleans at all anymore. When I used to, but I just don't anymore. What I'm getting at here, I see in the Facebook groups when when there's a comment or something brought up about advertising, someone says, well, I don't advertise anymore, I'm booked up, and things like that. Look, guys, don't ever stop advertising. And here's why. If you're doing $40 lawns, let's go back from when I started up doing $25 lawns, and I can do 100 of them, and I'm booked up, right? But what is that, $2,500 per week? But if you continue to advertise, once you're booked, every new client that calls you, you raise your price. You don't wait till the next season to raise your price. I don't wait until the next season to call my client and be like, hey, my prices are going up. If it's a prime client in a prime location, I keep them right there, and I'll just start building up, trying to get their neighbors and staying in that area. That's the way I do it. But every new client that calls should be replacing one of your low ball problematic clients off the back end. So every new client that calls, let's say you're doing $25 lawns this season, and when the new season starts, when you're advertising again and they're calling in and you're booked up, so you start quoting these jobs a little higher, $35, $40, and then as you're getting them, of course you're booked up and you don't have any time to take care of, you don't have a time to take care of 101 clients. So when you get 101 clients, you're dropping one off, your most problematic one and your lowest paid one, the one that's got the dog crap in the yard, the toys, the one that you have to keep returning to get that $25 check. Those are the ones you drop off first. And generally just shoot them a text and just tell them, I apologize, we are not servicing your area anymore, blah 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 blah. Keep it professional, keep it clean, because you don't want anyone upset with your business. But you have to remember, you're building a business for profit, and so these are decisions that just have to be made. I've let go some really awesome clients, really awesome people, but business comes first, and I have to grow my business. I have to make as much money as I can in a short amount of time as possible. So that's the whole point. So don't ever stop advertising. However you're advertising, I always recommend advertising through social media. Build a website and word of mouth, and go to these neighborhoods. Put business cards in the doors. Talk to the people in the neighborhood and part of that community. Let them see you. When you do get jobs in these communities, stay around a little bit. Just take your time. Do it on a Saturday. When you get into a new community, when I get into a new community, I wait until the weekend. And I go in there and I do it. I mean, if it's just grass cutting, I put them on a route. But if I got to do like a garden, flower bed cleanup, something like that, I'll do it on the weekend when the entire neighborhood is home and they can actually see me doing some work. And they generally like to ask questions, and I'll pass out a few business cards and I'll talk to a few people. And I do it on the weekend because I'm not pressed for time. So I can take the time to actually meet people. And then after that, they'll go on a regular day, and then I'll take my weekends back. That's only when I'm moving into a new subdivision. But generally for the last few years, I've been in the same subdivision, so I don't have to do that. It's just a tip that I did, years back. But like I said, never stop advertising, and every new client you have should be replacing an old client that's not paying as much, and it's not as easy to get to. It's further away. You want to get rid of all the ones that are far away first. You have to choose your service area, and generally the way I choose my service area is by per capita income in those neighborhoods. I know this may sound shallow, but you have to go after the wealthier clients. Lawn care is a service and it's not a necessity. So people are going to have to be able to afford. This is a luxury service. This is like having a butler or a maid or someone else that does things for you. You know, it's no different from you going to a nice restaurant and someone serves you. It's going to cost you more money to have a kind waiter, a hostess, and a nice setting and environment for you to eat in, correct? So you build your landscape business the same way, and you offer these same things. You offer an environment and an experience different from the other lawn care businesses. You speak to these people professionally, you hold yourself up with pride, you use proper equipment, you know, keep your equipment clean, and you keep yourself with a clean appearance. I know I grow a beard sometimes, but you know, I'll keep it trimmed. I'll wear a hat if I have to hide my hair because it's time for me to get a haircut. But you know, you roll up is your first impression means a lot. So make sure you guys are rolling up, getting that first impression. That way, when you give them your price, they don't even think twice about it. They know what it's worth. They know, you know, their half-acre lot's worth $50. You know, their corner half-acre lot is worth $65, $70. Their acre lot's $100. They know this already. They've been living in this house for 15 years, and you're about their 4th or 5th lawn care service that's come along. So what you know, if they want a lawn care service that's going to stick around for a while and who's going to do the work right and is not going to get tired of servicing their property or getting beat financially doing this property, they're going to pay what you think is a fair price. So keep that in mind when you're doing your estimates. I got another tip. I don't even know what I said there. I'm just babbling on. I'm in one of those moods where I want to talk and make some videos. So you guys bear with me, and I hope I'm giving some good information. If I'm not, make sure you drop a comment, man. Put me in check if I'm wrong. But you know, lawn care is great and all, and it does get the money flowing, keeps gas in the truck, and gets you to buy some more equipment. But if you want to make some money to be put away for the winter, or if you want to make some money to buy a new piece of equipment, doing different odd jobs and whatever your skill set may be. Some people paint, some people do pressure washing. I enjoy doing like flower bed cleanups where you know, we'll trim, weed, and mulch flower beds. And down here in Southeast Louisiana, that is a year-round service. In December, we're still trimming and mulching flower beds and pulling weeds. You know, we've got a very, very mild winter. Our grass may not be growing as much, and there's tons of flower beds that were neglected all summer long. And through the fall and winter, you know, is when I have more time where I can take care of these things. So we schedule a bunch of them through the fall and winter, and that'll get us through the slower months. But you know, different areas, you know, it's a different thing. But when you get these jobs, guys, make sure you're collecting a deposit. I like to collect a 50% deposit, and it's not as hard as what you think. Whenever a client may call or send a text message, I love text messaging clients, by the way. If you guys don't know, I'm an avid text message client. I don't care if anybody says it's unprofessional. I don't care. It's professional. As long as you're writing this stuff out right and you're texting professionally, and they text you first, or even if they called you first. And when you call, here's how it goes. They'll call, they'll ask for an estimate, and like on my phone, the minute a client calls and they want a quote for some work, I hit the little text message thing and I open it up. I'll ask them for their address. I type that in there. And whatever it is they're requesting a flower bed cleanup. You know, they want things trimmed, they want things weeded, excuse me, and they want to mulch the beds. And if there's any special requests with certain plants, they may want hiccups, man, I can't get rid of them. If they want things pulled out, or if they want a certain thing trimmed a certain kind of way, I can put all of that in text. And then what I do when I'm on the phone, I let them know that I'm about to text them just a confirmation of everything we talked about, just to make sure we're all on the same page. And I'll just confirming service, confirming a quote at this address for this service. And then wait for their reply. They'll reply yes. Okay. And then be like, well, here's, you know, we have, and when they confirm yes, then you tell them, you know, when your availability is. Like, let's say, okay, great, my next availability will be Wednesday if we can secure a deposit by Tuesday. 9 times out of 10, that client's going to be like, okay, I'll be home at this time. You can come by and pick up a deposit then. And then this is your opportunity to go and meet the client, walk through the property with the client, and y'all can actually hand in hand talk about what's going on. before you leave that day, they'll be handing you a 50% deposit, if not the whole job in full, because 9 times out of 10, these people are busy and they'll be at work, they'll be on business trips, they'll be doing all kinds of different things, and they don't have time to try to meet you to pay you, some money to get the jobs done. It's been working for me for a really long time. I enjoy doing it that way, and it's kind of just the way I do things. I know everybody does things different, but it works for me. Text messaging clients is the way to go, and I really enjoy it. The clients really enjoy it. No one's pressured to answer right away. It just works out great. And the same thing goes for when I do lawn care maintenance. Every night before I service a certain area, I go down the service list. Everybody gets a confirmation text confirming service for tomorrow. Boom, that's it. That lets that client know that I'm coming tomorrow. So my check or my payment needs to be under the mat, or you can expect your credit card to be billed or whatever. That way, it eliminates a lot of going out and doing a bunch of yards or having to skip yards because a client forgot to leave a payment. I send a confirmation text the day before, so that way they don't forget and they know that I'm coming. They can leave the gate unlocked, they can leave a payment, and if they have any special requests, they can let me know right then and there, so that way it's taken care of. It works out great. And like I said, through text message, no one is pressured to answer right away. It gives them enough time to think, gives you enough time to think, and we can come to a good square deal. But that's just a quick tip. I know this video is a little long. I'm gonna go back and watch it, and I hope it's not just me babbling, and if it is, I'll just edit it a little bit. But yeah, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later.